Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Friday the 6th of, is that right? Whatever day it is, of November, and 42 degrees, it's 49 now. At the moment, it's not raining. I've been hearing rain off and on all night long pouring down. You hear all the gutters running, but anyway, it's man, it feels absolutely fantastic. 49 degrees, there's not much of a breeze out here. If it was dry, I'd pull myself a mow pickle out here and go for a ride. Man, anyway, let's get a Friday going. Yo, come on along. Oh, dang. 52 degrees. It wasn't raining at first at home, but boy, did it hit. And as we're leaving, Kelly goes, yeah, it's supposed to stop raining and be no rain for the rest of the day. And all of a sudden, tick, 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 tick.
And it didn't stop.
Yeah, I go, man, the freeway's wet like it just got through raining. Yeah, that's not supposed to rain the rest of the day. Man, it poured. With the weather in Toledo and the weather elsewhere. Yeah, totally different animals. But Mama, it's Friday.
Yay.
Yeah.
Very long week as a Tucker Jr.
Yeah, we're gonna do, even though our son's birthday was on the 2nd.
Yeah, but he has to work. We
Yeah.
have to work.
Yeah, so we're gonna do something tonight.
Yeah.
Take him out to dinner or something. All right.
All right.
Let's roll in there, Mama.
All right.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye now.
Bye.
Okay, so what do we have for today's show and tell? This just showed up. It was part of the Black Friday deal or whatever. I got this jet cleaning kit. As it turns out, that is more of a bit cleaning kit for a torch. The one thing here, let me put this in another mode right quick, and I'll show you up close here. But you can see the serrations in the. That doesn't quite work like the stock camera. It doesn't actually have a macro mode, but you can see them. Even the very small one, whoa, has it. The problem with those serrations in there is you can actually change the bit size or the jet size if you ream that thing through there. Here, let's get back to the normal camera here. But it also comes, like I said, I didn't realize it was coming as a 2-pack. But I don't know what jets or bits, whatever you clean on that, but that would be some big old jets. And you know, I've got these little things like from Harbor Freight. They have a big key ring of these little brushes, not quite this small, but man, those little brushes, you don't think you'd ever use them for something? Man, can you find some uses for them. But I have my original one, which was red anodized. I think went in my old toolbox that Ryan took when he moved to a friend's house out there by the airport. But these are the Honda ones. They work fantastically well. And these jet sizes these are Honda jet sizes. So, yeah, it's just the range. Yeah, you try to use that with like Mikuni and whatever else. They're different, or can be different. But here's the problem. It's really nice because it has that bar on it, and it makes it very handy to get in there and clean a pilot jet. Something like a Z50 or something like that, just microscopically small. And this one, I don't think it gets quite that small. I think this one's actually bigger than the second size in this. But man, you just don't even clean carburetors anymore. You know, I was thinking that when I was cleaning the little XR up, that how long it's been. So because the pilot one or the smallest one broke, I ordered another one, and now it's powder coated. It's not anodized. Does it have the same part number on it? 10B. Yes, exactly the same part number. But this one is still attached. Flip her out here right quick. This one still has the wire on it. That thing's really, really small. And yeah, these things work great. And usually when you clean those carburetors, you just probably the most you go is the first 3 small ones. Then if you have a a main jet that's a little plugged, you can kind of knock it around, but you can see those things just literally don't get used. So anyway, I had a Motion Pro one, and I swear it's at the house. The Motion Pro one is like more of a copy of the Honda one than these. And yeah, I just don't know where that's at. But these two, I've had those for eons. This thing, they show a picture of somebody like scraping the bowl or something on a car carburetor. That has quite a bit more bits in there. So it's got some, how do they define their sizes? Yeah, see, it's saying tip use, tip cleaner. So yeah, this is meant for, like a oxygen acetylene or something type setup. It probably explains all that stuff there too, but they're advertising it as carburetor jet cleaners. But it'll work for that. You just don't want to force anything. If they're really bad, you need to soak them before you try just reaming something through it, because you will definitely change the jet size of something pretty dang quickly. But yeah, great to have. Not much use no more. Everything's fuel injected. Even that 150 I was showing you, or 110, everything's fuel injected. One thing we just got a whole slew of them things back is those XR 150Ls. That is such a fun bike. What's weird is the thing literally goes down the road exactly. It's like a big wheel Grom. They're a little cold-blooded to start. You need to let them sit there and warm up a little bit. But once you're riding it, it absolutely feels fuel injected. It does not feel like it's a carbureted motorcycle. It's the dangest thing I've ever ridden. I've ridden, 3 or 4 of those things now. And I was just running when somebody was up there, needs a carb plane. I was like, what do you mean it needs a carb plane? He goes, well, it won't take throttle right first. Hold on. So I sat there and nursed her to life, and then, wow. They just got a crazy warm-up cycle. I don't know if it gets better in time, but when they're new, all of them act exactly the same, which is nice because they're literally exactly the same. But yeah, the little tools you need. I had a red one, and I think I already said that. It went in a little box that my son borrowed when he was living with his friend. I said, am I ever going to see that box? Said, yeah, I'm just down the road. And all these years later, wow, what's that been now? 12, jeez, I don't even know. About 13 years. And he still has it though. It's you go to his house, there's my little red box. It was just a secondary box that I bought. It was, I think I got it from the Tool Peddler. This is before Harbor Freight and those kind of guys. And it was like these Harbor Freight things. They're just gonna stamp together little cheapos. And I got it as a secondary box, my little shop there in Portland. And it's a tons of, the worst thing is it's got a whole bunch of those really nice Kawasaki, the chromed tools out of like Gold Wings and my CBX 6-cylinder and all that stuff. And got some tools that, geez, I've had since I was a kid are in that thing. It's fun to just go over there and just going through the drawers and just go, oh my Lord. There's even a chisel that I made when I first moved up here to the Northwest. I took a shop class and did welding and all that stuff and metal work. And there was even a separate class that did plastics. We made things out of plastic. We literally, the liquid stuff, and we'd make the plastic. But anyway, I made one of the first projects was to make a chisel. And it came out pretty dang nice. In fact, we did the things for treating them, to harden them. And Man, I must have done a good job, because that is one hard chisel. That thing will take a beating like no other. And then you just don't want to ever use a grinder to sharpen them. You want to do them with a hand file. So you don't want to change the, the hardness of it. You ever see somebody go up to the file, up to a grinder, and you see it glowing red, and you're going, yep, she's done. That's fun times. Old tools. I was just worried, looking at stuff. This old jet box up here, probably crack up with this thing. It's just it's actually a dyno jet box. And it's got weird little jet things in here. Those weird D plugs that Honda had. You can see I use it now you point the camera. Use it as a punch at some point. But Honda put these fuel screws, these tamper-proof fuel screws that they're shaped like a D, but all you had to do is have a little pipe like this and just dent one side of it, and it worked. I have the actual Honda driver for that. Number bits. I got more number bits. I'm not, for my own stuff, I'm not beyond making my own jets sizes. I tell people that dig around, these jets, don't trust anything that's on them. These are those BRP screws that it's for the older spiders that held the license plate on. I'd find these things laying around everywhere. The sales guys wouldn't use them because there's the nylock, and it takes a T30 and a 10 millimeter to put them on. Well, they just grab those little, the little reflector things and use those. Schrader valve tools. This one's an old one, and it actually has a die if the threads get messed up. This is the one of those drain plug things out of a K1600. A guy actually brought me this thing in. He goes, if some guy gets in trouble, he goes, I made some extras of these things. But you need to know that it's in there, because instead of using a 5 millimeter, it takes a 1/4 inch Torx. You can just see it's the sump drain out of a K1600, which actually, well, it wouldn't work on the 900 and 750, 850, and 900 twins, because it's too close to the case, where the K1600s are way up deep in that thing. That's an old Dow bore gauge that I bought from the Snap-on guy. This was in 88, 80. It was right after Portland Honda closed. I went to work for St. John's Honda, and I purchased this thing from the Snap-on guy. It's just a simple manual, and then you had to measure it. Just a Dow bore gauge, and it was like $100. And then time went by, and next thing I know, I get a collection thing. He turned me into collection, saying I never paid for it, and I paid cash for it. And the bad thing is, my receipt, keeping area, because I'd keep them here and then ball them up and take them for doing your taxes. Couldn't find the receipt, and ultimately ended up paying for that thing, well, about 3 times. How it goes when something goes to collections. The bill is way more. BMW bevel gear dipstick. I remember making that thing where you can reach down and test the oil in it otherwise you got to drain it. There's no way you can test it. Our first fuel injected car, they came out in 87, but we've bought one in 88, a little Honda Civic 4-door. We needed to quit, digging through a 2-door, putting kids in the back. So we bought that, and we had an 86 prior, and the 86 was carbureted and had the old 3-valve head. And the new one was, I want to say it's twin cam. Is it twin cam? Yeah, I think it was twin cam, 16 valve. I think it's still like a 1.5 or 1.6 liter. We made the mistake of buying an automatic. Man, we didn't keep that for very long. That's that never-ending hunting. Oh, man. Those little things with automatics were not good. Went back to manuals and never looked back. Of course, the CRV we have is automatic, but in the US they only came in automatic. We bought a brand new in 07. We bought a brand new Honda Element EX, I think they call it. Came with all the bells and whistles, and it was a 5-speed, I believe, 5-speed automatic or a manual. Loved that thing. And then when that was gone, went past the Dick Anna Toyota there, right off the freeway, going into the old shop, and that was the one that I got for, what was it, $5,000 off? I kept driving by, and it was 88.88, yeah, 88.88, 99 or whatever it was. Maybe it just said 88.88. And I drive by one day. I was on the Venture. I went cruising by there, and it was 83.88. I even called and asked. He goes, when can you test ride it? So, give me a second, I'm coming down. It was a quiet day. It was, I think, at the beginning of the year, but it was a rainy day like this, and jumped on my old Venture, Yamaha Venture, drove down there and took it for a test ride and said, I'll take it. But back then, you went into it. I haven't been through the doors of my bank and, well, not since I've been working here, and that's been at this store, come back to it. I was here, went to Longview, went back. It's been well over 10 years since I stepped in that bank. They may have knocked it down, and it might be a different building now. But anyway, went in, got some money, and was in there buying it. And I couldn't go back and get it until after work. And Kelly, I think she was working. Yeah, she wasn't with me that day. And so I went back to get it. And we're sitting down, and because you're an employee, you don't get any of that. They don't try to, get you for dock fees and all the different things. Back then, it was like employees don't get anything. I think it was like, I don't know what that was, something over whatever their cost was. And they say, well, this is a loser. When you see when it ends with 88, that is a signal that we're selling it for less than we owe. And it was like a thing, so the salesman knew when they were looking, they seen the price, and they go, what kind of deal will you give me? That's the deal. So anyway, I go in, and I thought, man, 5,000 off, even at the 88.88, that was a good price for it at the time. And she had decent miles on it. I think it was less than 100,000 miles, which is super low for a Honda. And so I went in, we're sitting down, I was doing the paper, I had to get taxes and then, license, title, and all that stuff. And they tell me the price, and they're like, whoa, no. I go, wait. I said, what are you selling the thing? He goes, 88.88. He goes, I told you, this was a below cost thing. And I go, dude, it was 83.88. He goes, no, it wasn't. I said, you were in the passenger seat when you're riding it, literally staring at the sticker. No. Well, I'm telling you, that thing was 83.88. Well, luckily it was sitting outside the door. Have I told you this story? I don't think I've probably told you this story before. But sitting outside the door, ready for me to pick it up and leave with it. And it was dark and rainy, and the lights from the store were shining on the drip wet windshield out there. And plain as day, where they pulled the stickers off, it clearly said 83.88. I go, look. So I think like half the showroom of employees went running out there, and they're all looking at each other and going, dude, how are you going to fight that? Well, I ended up, so, they're going, you don't have any idea how good of a deal you're getting here, and blah, blah, blah. So, I paid for it and rolled out with it. Then the next day, the owner of this store is going, Smoak. He goes, you devil. Because I've gotten him on a couple of bikes. The Venture, the service manager convinced him that the that it was junk because the computer was bad. And so he said, I'll sell you what I have into it. Exactly what I paid for it, $700. I bought it for $700. And then that 83 or 93 DR650 came in, and it's cack rattling. The service manager didn't know the first thing about a Suzuki. Well, actually he did, because it's very much like a Honda, but these are a little different the way the balancer chain. So I've been around those things, had friends that had them, and whatever I knew about that balancer chain on those old ones, you had to just lay it down on the clutch side, lay it on its right, pull the mag cover off, and you have to manually adjust that balancer chain. It had a dual balancer. It was chain driven. And anyway, took it home, flopped it on its side, and as usual, those mag cover gaskets, I think you can use them, I don't know, 5-6 times, maybe more, before you have to replace crazy good gaskets. Which, if you know, back in those days, Suzuki was more Honda than it was Suzuki, and there was a lot of stuff shared there. If you look at fish cards, the older ones, you're looking at Hondas. You look at motor stuff. But anyway, I forget what I got that for. I think it was the same thing. I got it for straight what we cost. I think it was $1,000, and by that time, they were doing like $100 over cost, because we're just, if you bought something there, you just got it for straight cost, because we weren't part of the, the big corporation or anything back then. And you just did $100 over cost. So paid $100 over cost. I think it was $1,100 I paid for it. And I wrote it in just like the Venture. Wrote it in the next day. It's quiet as a church mouse. The service manager said, "Yeah, it needs a crank. This thing's listening to it rattling. It's coming on." He had no idea it had a chain-driven balancers in there. And same thing. The owner's going, "Smoak, you SOB, you did it to me again." So anyway, he was giving me a hard time because I schnockered him a couple times on those, and then I got the Honda car place. But he goes, "Wow, you got a tradition. You're a sneaky son of a gun." I said, "There's nothing sneaky about that car. I drove by. I go every day coming to work. I look down at that pumpkin box down there, and I go, I wonder if that price will ever go lower." I didn't know anything about the 88 last 2 digits, meaning it's under cost. And I had no idea. And I didn't know when they're all freaking out. "It's less than cost." And I'm thinking, yeah, that's what salesmen always say, And anyway, boy, I've rolled them. I mean, literally for the longest time, I'd meet somebody new that was out of the car thinking, "Oh, you're the dude that got that Honda at the Toyota store." I go, "Good Lord. You guys ever gonna let that thing go?" It's crazy. And then that thing had so many miles when we traded it in on the Ridgeline. I said, "You want the keys? Nobody's taking around back to inspect it." He goes, "Oh, we don't take it in on trade." And I'm thinking, what? We just made a deal. And he goes, "Oh no, it just goes straight to auction." He goes, "That many miles, we don't sell them." I said, "On a Honda?" He goes, "No. People see them miles." We get the same thing with the Spiders too. They get a lot of miles on them, and people just shy away. They go, "Ooh, that's a lot of miles." But when you know who had it, it's been maintained, that's nothing on one of those. Literally nothing. If you're not taken care of, yeah, run. But very few people keep all their receipts and stuff anymore. Down here, getting our son Kyle. His birthday was on the 2nd, and Friday was like the first day. Get off early enough, and we're going to take him out to dinner. I think we're going to get some Mexico food today. We let him pick what he wanted. The last couple of times we've gone to that fish and chip thing there. Oh, there he is, going across the walk there. Oh, what's that? Freddy's by the what?
Freddy's for the halibut.
Freddy's for the halibut. We ended up going to that for the 3rd year. Oh man, if you're ever in Longview, look up Freddy's for the halibut.
That was so good.
Oh man, look at how is the leaves still in this tree like that? Kyle, Mama?
I don't know. I support.
Kyle's giving Luke. Woo! Yeah, that'll make some wind noise in the camera. He's giving Lucas.
TV screen.
And what's the other thing? Was that a?
That's an Xbox.
Oh, doesn't he have an Xbox?
I don't know if he does, but Kyle didn't use this.
Oh.
So.
Got gifts going all around. But he's gonna throw the TV before we left and go, why don't you just throw that in there after we get back?
Yeah.
It's amazing how quiet it is, even on a Friday night down here. I remember when we were kids, because we were at that, well, we took you by that store, and man, it was a madhouse down here.
Yeah, we'd be cruising up and down.
Oh yeah, it was just cars. It looked like something from the 50s. Yep. And then sometime after we were in Portland, they outlawed it.
I know it.
How would you outlaw cruising? It's so.
And then you wonder why kids get into trouble. You keep everything away from them. What is the last thing?
Well, nowadays they're all so much into gaming. Yeah. Even if you had the cruising here, they probably wouldn't do it.
Yeah. They're all gonna gather and play games.
Yeah. They gather online, you know.
Yep. And I see cat fur on his own blanket, so he's laying there.
Yeah. Kyle's cat, he got to a point he couldn't keep him anymore, so he's at the house.
Probably, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix Christy's car before then.
Just I'll hunt him down then.
Yeah, there you go. He'll probably come running.
Love you, see you, bye.
Oh yeah.
Love you.
Like I'm having too much fun, bye.
Just kidding. Love you, baby.
Oh, that was good.
Oh,
Man. I was telling him he's going to have more than one birthday per year if that's the only thing that gets us going to that fish store.
Oh, man.
Mighty.
That is so bloody good.
Yeah. Got a lot of good and eat it came with, chips as it goes, just French fries.
Yeah.
Dogs love the French fries, so we got some. Then Mama had a piece of her halibut she didn't eat, so.
Yeah. I'm not giving dogs a halibut, so that's
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a mama's.
Instead of messing with this, because we still got to get gas and everything else,
Oh,
you
man.
just want to bust out a goodbye,
Sure.
I'll just stare at you.
Oh,
And
thank you very much.
appreciate you guys watching and all that stuff. Hope you
Yes.
like the goofy little jet cleaning little talk show we
Tutorial.
did.
Yeah.
And we're going to roll with that.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same Smoak time, same Smoak channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Saturday or Sunday.
Heck yeah. All right. We'll see you tomorrow sometime.
Yes.
Sure is cute, this little town,
I
Longview.
know it. I miss the little Christmas decorations, though.
Yeah.
I don't see any.
It's weird they don't have them up yet.
Remember that one year they had to cut them all because the bad people were trying to steal them.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, really?
I think all that's gone now, so
Yeah.
hopefully they'll put it all back up.
I hope so.
All right, I'll see you at the house.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute, you coming
drive
with
careful.
me? All right.
All right.
Appreciate you guys watching.